$20 hour minimum wage in California. So I thought I would make a video talking about this because I was live streaming the other night and this discussion came up. And there's a couple things I kind of noticed before this whole $20 hour minimum wage took place, and thought I would just talk about it in this video. So there's a lot of folks out there that say, yes, we should pay fast food workers more money. And I agree, we should, but then at the same time, that's going to come at the cost of what? At the cost of the workers or at the cost of the customers? This is just something to think about here. So if we look at like the price of McDonald's, like I don't eat at McDonald's here, but McDonald's is like a benchmark. McDonald's is not cheap to eat at. It is not. Like a combo meal can be like $18 with tax and stuff like that. That's not cheap, right? And now, the workers are making like $20 an hour. Of course, not all fast food workers are making $20 an hour with this new California minimum wage, because if you're a small mom and pop business, you don't necessarily have to pay the $20 an hour, but at the same time, you kind of almost have to pay more because your workers might want to go and work somewhere else that's paying the $20 an hour. I've noticed that some mom and pop restaurants in the city have definitely increased their prices, but I've also noticed that some mom and pop restaurants haven't increased their prices even since the pandemic started, which is kind of amazing. Now, I don't want to name any of these restaurants because I don't want their prices to go up tomorrow, like when I go visit them. But it is kind of interesting how like some places have increased their prices so much more than other places. For example, one restaurant I used to go to frequently was Oasis on Drum Street. And their prices for a falafel wrap, it's like $15 for a falafel wrap. And I can't remember the last time I went there because that's a lot of money. Now, I understand why they increased their falafel wraps, because there's less foot traffic, and it used to be a lot of foot traffic in that area, and now since the whole work from home culture has started, it's just not so busy, and their bills have went up, their costs have increased, so they have to charge more. But then at the same time, I don't really go there anymore. I'd like to go to places that are a little bit cheaper. There's a place at 16th in Valencia. They charge like I think 12.50 for a falafel wrap. I used to eat falafels because they were really, really cheap, but now falafels are much more expensive. And if I want a cheap meal, I usually lean for burritos because burritos are usually cheaper. And also, burritos, I feel that burritos are a little bit more healthier because it's just beans and rice. And I'm vegan, so I don't order any meat or anything. However, there is one restaurant in the city, one Mexican restaurant in the Mission District. They increased the price of their burritos from $11 to $22. Now, I believe that they are paying their workers probably $20 an hour, or at least I hope so. But $22 for a burrito is a lot of money. But then at the same time, you also got to think about something. They use really, really good ingredients. So maybe this is not the type of, place you want to just eat at all the time, because I don't know if I want to just eat a $22 burrito every day. However, on the flip side, right across the street, there are Mexican places that charge like $11, $12 for a burrito, which burritos used to be the cheapest thing to eat. And now the prices of those are going up. So with this whole $20 minimum wage, one thing I do notice is I go to a place called Mr. Charlie's. And about a month ago, I went there and they gave me this little card. And it was like, say $15 if you spend more than $30. Well, you have to order through the Postmates app. So I tried it out. I got $30 worth of food. Usually when I go to Mr. Charlie's, I would spend like 20 bucks. But this time I got $30 worth of food so I can get the $15 off. Cool. So when I got the food, I noticed that I ordered on the app before I got there. And honestly, it was very convenient to order on the app before I got there because there's really nowhere to park. So I would like double park outside and then run inside, order, and then run back out and wait by the car, and then go back in like 5 or 10 minutes later and pick the food up and then leave. Now, since I order through the app, it's so much more convenient to go to Mr. Charlie's because When I'm 10 minutes away, I'll order on the app, and then I'll go outside and double park or run inside, grab the order, and it's already ready and it's ready to go. I believe in the future, you're going to have more restaurants use this model because a place like Mr. Charlie's, this is a small restaurant and they don't have to invest in the whole kiosk machine, which is a lot of money. Like if you go to McDonald's, they have those kiosks that you push the button and you can pick your order. So I see that, in the future, with the higher cost of minimum wage going up, especially for fast food workers, they're going to begin to just cut things. Yeah, that's probably what's going to happen. Eventually, you'll probably go to a restaurant and you just don't order at the counter because you just order on your phone before you get there. Especially if it's a mom and pop restaurant, instead of them having their own app, they can just use like Postmates or Uber Eats. You can just place your order through the Postmates or Uber Eats app, and then you, instead of selecting delivery, you just select pickup, and then you just go to the restaurant. You give them your name, they give you your order, which I think is kind of convenient. It kind of reminds me of the whole Starbucks mobile app situation where like you can place your order before you get there and then you just arrive. You don't have to wait in line. You pick up your order and go. It's so much faster than waiting in line. There's 3 people in line. There's this one person paying in cash. There's this the next person, they're asking 4 or 5 questions. You spend 10 minutes in line just to get a cup of coffee. So now you can just, use the mobile app and you just pop in, grab your coffee, you're out the door. It's pretty simple. My whole 2 cents about the $20 hour minimum wage. Yeah, I think it's great for the workers that are still at the stores, but some workers probably will get their hours cut, let's just face it. And also there may be less workers in certain locations just because the store owner has to pay more money for the workers to be there. Not all McDonald's are owned by corporations. Some are actually franchise, meaning that there's an actual person that owns that McDonald's and they run that McDonald's, and their costs are going up. So we could see prices going up, and then we can also see less people working. But yeah, just thought I'd make a quick video talking about the $20 hour minimum wage and how some restaurants are already trying to eliminate maybe the cashier position with using mobile apps to place your order. And this is also kind of cool for the restaurant because they don't have to invest in, these expensive machines like McDonald's have invested in. But anyway, we're going to wrap this video up. Thanks a lot for watching. Would love to know what you guys have to say in the comments down below. So light that comment box up. Ow! Bye-bye.